It is time. Oh, baby. I'm so excited. So there we go, first little outing in the S15, and we are not hitting gate in this thing at all until we get some new gas in there. You can really tell that it's got some really old gas in there. So we're going to be putting a full tank of high octane gas in. This whole side, I need to probably try to zip tie it in a bit more better. Just because obviously we're drifting this on Wednesday, so I need to make sure that's going to hold up for a nice drive out to scuba circuit and stuff like that. So some more tie laps and stuff like that, a bit more drift stitching, and then this thing will be good. And then we'll probably also, after drifting, I'll be getting this dropped off to the body guy to get it all fixed up. But I wish my first trip in the S15 after quarantine and stuff was for better reasons, but I need to go see a chiropractor over a pinched nerve in my shoulder. So trying to get that all fixed up so that we can go drifting and have some fun. I definitely need to check tire pressure in this thing. This thing was all over the place. The brakes were super shot because there was so much rust on the rotors. Yeah, so next clip will probably be me hitting gate in this thing after a nice chiropractor session. Chiropractor went great. Can't complain at all. I feel so much better. I gotta go back again tomorrow, but pretty much I've got all my movement back in my shoulder, and I should be able to be driving on Wednesday, so I'm pretty pumped about that. Second thing, this car feels like I'm driving, I don't know, a Flintstone mobile thing, because it is just all over the place, and I know it's just because of tire pressure, and like the brakes need to just be bedded in again because of all the rust and stuff that's built up on the rotors, but man, does this thing feel bad. So I'm gonna go to the gas station, put a full tank of gas in this. I am not hitting gate or any boost until we do that. I could really smell from the exhaust when I started and idled this thing up that it's really got some old bad gas in there. So I'm literally just like staying out of boost. We're getting to the gas station to fill it up. Luckily I parked it in my driveway with literally like on the E, so there's pretty much nothing in the tank as it is. So hopefully we actually have enough gas to get to the gas station, and we'll do tire pressure and all that kind of stuff. Then I want to go to Up Garage because I want to see if they still have that simulator rig there. They had an old like racing bucket seat fixed to a simulator rig that was for sale there for like only $100, and that's the perfect thing I need for my simulator setup. So I want to go to Up Garage. We get to see what's available, what's there. I haven't been there in 4 months. And I know this is kind of like the typical SAMMIT vlog where before when I was in Japan, whenever I needed filler, we'd go to Up Garage. But I trust you, I promise you, I'm not going there because of filler or anything like that I need. So I literally just want to buy something if they have it. So hopefully they have it. I'm dying to hit gate in this thing, don't worry, I am. I'm also super confused driving on the left side of the road again because I drove so much in the States. I'm talking a lot, I know. Let's get to the gas station because I just want to hear this thing on gate, so let's do it. I was about to get gas and then I realized my gas card, the card that I use for paying for gas in Japan, is in the Skyline because they're like kind of linked to the ETC card. And then it kind of hit me, we might as well fire up the Skyline. So I got the freshly charged battery right here. I'm gonna put this in the Skyline. We're gonna get this girl running. You guys get to hear her first startup. We did the first startup on the live stream. If you guys missed out on the live streams I was doing while I wasn't filming vlogs, well, you missed out on the cold start of that. And then the police came because my neighbors hated me. So anyways, we're gonna put this battery in. Luckily, this battery actually slides in under this strut brace here. So we're gonna get that all in there, all tidied up. And this thing definitely needs to go to the body shop and fix all the leaks that are in here. See, it's been leaking water in here and in here too. So, gotta get all of this fixed up. This whole car is gonna be completely redone. I'm so excited. Anyways, let's get the battery in, do this cold start. Battery is all installed, and I have to say, I love that Nissan actually kept the battery in the back for the GTSTs and the 33s. 34s, they didn't do that to us for some reason. 32s, they kept them all in the front, but anyways, let's get this thing. Ooh, she has not been opened in a hot minute. Oh my gosh, look what the sun did to my horn. Wow. There you guys go. Japanese summers, man. The sun will kill stuff. Oh my gosh, look what it did. Look what it did. It melted it. Far out, man. Japan's sun. All right, what is even in this car? I don't even remember. Jeez. Oh, Hey, I remember that now. I remember what that is. That's some mounts and stuff and bushings. Okay, so before we can just put the key in and start this thing, you guys know I preach this like crazy, but we have to disconnect the cam angle sensor. And in my case, I don't have a cam angle sensor on this thing. And this thing's looking like a drift missile. We have a trigger kit. So I need to disconnect the trigger so that we can crank this thing, which is this beautiful thing here. So we can crank this thing without any fuel pressure or anything like that. So we can build up some oil pressure, and that way when we start the car and it starts running, it's not going to be dry, because this thing has been sitting for 4 months. So let's get that done. Now, let's crank this thing, build up some oil pressure, plug her back in, and we'll be good to go. Oh, damn. Kind of disappointed in myself. Look how much gas is in this thing that's been sitting for 4 months. It's going to take a while to get rid of that. All right, let's build up some oil pressure. Wait for this gauge to kind of move up. It's gonna take a while. Make sure you take breaks so you don't just like drown out the battery. Battery's fully charged though. Loving life how quickly that's cranking. Come on, baby. Give me some oil pressure. Just waiting for that oil pressure light to disappear. There we go, starting to build oil pressure. See that? All right, you see how the gauge went up there? We got oil pressure in the system now. Ooh, my cube speed shifter feels so good in this, I missed that. All right, let's go plug that sensor trigger back in, and then she's gonna roar to life, which I think I'm gonna set the camera on the ground near the exhaust so you guys can hear her. There we go. I love this trigger kit so much. If you guys have an RV and you're after a cam trigger that's cheaper than a brand new OEM cam angle sensor, just hit up NZ Wiring. Seriously, best trigger kits on the market. They work with Link and all that kind of stuff. And they're really easy to install. Just making sure that's plugged in. They use the OEM plug and everything. Look how nice and neat that is. Seriously, how sexy is that? All right, not sponsored or anything. I just really love the product. All right, let's start this puppy up. Lives, guys. Woohoo! You have no idea how excited I am about this. And we do have a little bit of lifter noise, which is expected. Wait for her to warm up and the oil to kind of re-get into those lifters and stuff like that. She's running pretty well. First startup after 4 months, nothing. And everything kind of looks exactly how I left it. I'm not gonna lie, I really am impressed by this setup. Like, this is, I've tested this setup, like proven, reliable, 400 horsepower on a stock R33 RB25 Series 2. If you guys are new to the channel and you only just jumped in after my trip in the States, definitely go back and check out the videos on how I built this thing. It's stock studs, stock head gasket and everything, but we're pushing 400 horsepower plus. Well, it's actually 460 at the rear wheels. She sounds good. Ooh. We definitely gotta, I cannot wait till this thing gets redone. All right, we got the 33 running. I figured we'd just do the first start on this. We'll let it idle for a bit, and then I'll get the fuel card and we'll go fill up the S15. This is what I was talking about when your car sits for a while. Look how much surface rust just gets on your rotors. It's not gonna be that fun waiting for that to kind of burn off, but as long as you jump on the highway for a bit and then just like kind of ride the brake a bit, it'll all come off pretty quickly. The rear's pretty bad too, but this thing's needed new rotors and stuff for the longest time anyway, so I'm not too fussed. S15 on the other hand, a little bit of driving we've done, you can see that it's still kind of there. It needs to definitely bed in more. This thing needs new rotors too. We're gonna do some cool brake upgrade stuff to this in the future. Man, I'm so excited to drift this thing on Wednesday. You guys have no idea. So pumped. So I let her warm up, but for now, we're gonna let her sit. I'll take her out for a drive tomorrow. We'll clean out the pipes and clean out those spark plugs and really just open her up. But for now, oh man, it's so good to hear that thing come back to life. Let's jump back in this girl. Get some gas. Good to go. One of the pros about Japan is gas stations where you don't actually have to do it yourself at all. Currently they're filling up my tank and they're about to check all the tire pressure for me as well. I love Japan. You already know, guys. You already know. Oh my god, it feels so good to be coming back to Starbucks in Japan. Yay, yay. That doesn't even feel appropriate here anymore. Oh gosh. See if I can still remember how to order in Japanese. We did it, lads. We got our first Starbucks coffee here in Japan. I couldn't even get one at the airport because I was quarantined, but here we go. Also, good job Starbucks on the cardboard straws now. Really digging this. Interesting. Love it. Things have changed since I've been here. Oh my gosh, we're about to get on the highway, boys. I'm so excited. Let's hear a little bit of dose. Come on, just a bit of dose. Oh man, I'm way too excited for this. It sucks that it's raining because it means I can't really get on it that much because it'll just be literally wheel spin city. But man, oh, it feels so good to be back in routine. Starbucks, S15, wait, like gate, and then up garage, and just being back in Japan. Oh my gosh, the one thing I still can't get used to, unfortunately though, is blinkers on the right hand side of my wheel. I'm so used to driving Chris's cars in the States. It's kind of insane. Let's listen to this skate. All right, let's put you guys here where you can actually hear what's going on. Something's wrong. So here's what's happening. I did a few like kind of half pulls to try and see what's going on. The car's reacting as if, I think there's a boost leak, right? It's not building enough boost for the wastegate to even open. It's opening a tiny bit. Because this is using an airflow meter, as you guys know, we're using the OEM ECU that Okachan tuned with an R35 GTR airflow meter. It's kind of, the car's reacting like as if there's a boost leak. So what I'll do is I'll go over the car later. Once I get home, I may even take it to Yashio factory tomorrow and we'll boost leak check everything and just go over the whole car. You guys got to remember, like, I literally babied this thing home after I crashed it at Tsukudama circuit. The circuit that used to be called Sunrise Circuit. I'm pretty sure it's like Tsukudama now. I think that's the new name for it. Anyways, yeah, so after I crashed it there, that's when I pretty much just babied the thing home. So I haven't gone over and checked all that kind of stuff, and I think that's possibly what the issue is. So what that means is I do need to stay out of boost, because when you have a airflow meter, it's just, you can cause damage, because obviously you're pulling in more air than what the computer's reading, more air coming in, and it's not, the engine's not actually getting that. So you have to be very, very careful with that. Which is one of the downsides of having an airflow meter. You know, the car starts to have a problem if it is measuring more air than what the engine's actually getting. So we definitely don't want to lean this thing out and cause detonation or anything like that. Just those few couple pulls we did should be fine. So let's get this thing and suss it all out. But for now, let's get to Up Garage and see if we can get our sim stuff. A little bit disappointing, but it's okay. It should be an easy fix, at least I hope so. Quick pro tip for everyone coming to this Up Garage: always stop at this stop sign right here. There is always a police officer on a bike right there waiting to catch people, and I've seen a lot of foreigners getting caught here. Literally, the police officer will be sitting right here in this bike around the corner where you can't see it. So always make sure you stop there. Now, obviously, we are at Up Garage. Let's go. I'm fingers crossed no one's bought that sim rig. Super clean E36 here next to a bug eye. Oh man, I miss Japan, just being able to look in a car park like this and see so many cool cars. Even a really clean chaser up the back here. Oof, it's doing things to me. We need a chaser on the channel, boys. It has to happen soon. Everywhere I look, there's something here to remind me of Raisa Miata. So unfortunately, it does look like someone bought it, and it's no longer here. It used to be here. And I've gone and looked everywhere throughout the entire store, which, by the way, they've changed so many things in this store now. But yeah, also everything is in like a certain direction to try and like control the flow of traffic with COVID and things like that. So yeah, looks like the sim rig is no longer here. So if any of you guys have any good brands that are good sim rigs, please let me know. I don't want to spend like $800 on just a frame. I want something that is fairly affordable but also like stable, because one of the biggest things I noticed about when I had my Thrustmaster wheel on my desk was just how much it shook and moved everything. So I want to fix that. Also, how good do the new Bride ZR4s look? I love that they have the extended hole here now for taller people. Really excited to try this out. I'm going to try and get one, the S15, and switch it out, because yeah, I've been having a lot of problems fitting in my S15 and getting comfortable like I do on my Skyline. The ZR3 was just so much of a perfect seat for me, the L1, and now they've got they no longer make the ZR3s anymore. So I'm going to talk to Bride and see if we can get one of those. But for now, found a Nardi wheel for my S15. Now you may be wondering, why, Sam, are you switching this out? This has a little tiny bit of dish to it. The one that's in my S15 right now, which is a 330, has no dish. It's completely flat. So I'm hoping that this will pull the wheel that tiny bit more to me so that it'll avoid hitting my knees. So we're gonna get this today, and then that means I'll be able to do the giveaway finally on the wheel on my S15. I got super excited for a second here and noticed that these lights are actually junk and repaired and patched up. So I do need a new set of lights for my S15 after the crash. Damn it. So this is pretty cool. R34 get drag transmission. So obviously it's missing the rear transfer case, but you don't really need that in a rear-wheel drive application. Just this alone is the money pit. It's like $6 grand USD. Actually, it's a bit more now because the yen is kind of worth more than the USD currently. Go figure. But yeah, it's roughly around like 6,200 USD for just a get drag transmission without the rear transfer case, which is actually a pretty good bargain. 6-speed S15 transmission. Confirmed good condition, $700 roughly. Some good stuff here. Ooh, yo, 4811. I'm gonna quickly calculate that, because if that's a 4.3 diff, I'm buying that. I've been looking for one of these for the longest time. The only thing that would make this 34 better is if it had 2 less doors. 34 GTT, really nice. Love the wide body. That's one thing it sucks so much that I only like 2 doors, the coupes, because the wide body kits look so good on the 34 4-doors. Might have to finally get into the 4-door gang. Anyways, I always like having a quick check of the wheels here and just see if there's anything interesting. But, oh, I do have a new set of wheels coming for the S15, which is kind of exciting. Ooh, RGDs. No. That is some weak offset. What is that? 7.5. Oof. Yeah, it's so hard to find like big wheel game in here. Normally it's a lot of like K stuff or just like generic stuff here, but occasionally you find really cool good stuff like these. Also, they normally put their rare stuff upstairs now, especially small wheel stuff. Those are cool on Volk Racing, but still only 8J, so pretty weak. Ooh, those Wed Sports look good. I'm a big fan of the bronze Wed Sports on my Skyline. Not too bad though, they're 9J plus 20. That's what I run on the front of my Skyline. Those equips, damn. Some bling there. Alright, I'm done. Let's go home. Ooh, see our Kais? Yeah, they always look good. Definitely if I ever get a JZX, I'm gonna have to put those wheels on there. Or I'll just flex with some Mad Vans. Anyways, let's go see if this wheel's perfect or not. Back home now, and I wanted to show you guys this wheel. I completely aced it in assuming that my wheel was a 330mm, because it is. That's the perfect size. The only difference is this one has a tiny bit more dish. I think I'm going to like the silver more than the black too. Don't get me wrong, I love the black, but this is going to look way cooler in my opinion. You can see the Nardi signature there, way better too if my camera ever wants to focus. There she is. And the coolest thing too is this comes with that little black ring that goes around the horn as well, so I'm pretty pumped about that. But anyways, that aside, like I said, my plans were before I went to the States was I was going to do a giveaway with this, but we're not going to be giving this away. I will be doing it, but not until everything's resolved with merch and waiting for orders to ship with JP Post. I think this is actually a perfect time to quickly just touch on that and give you guys an update. Any day now we are waiting for JP Post to announce that we can do international airmail again. I'll put a link in the comment section or the description again that gives you that update page in English. They update it whenever there's an update on everything, and right now we're still waiting. Any day now we're expecting it, because they just allowed surface mail about 2 weeks ago. No, last week or the week before, on the 3rd. So roughly 2 weeks ago they allowed surface mail, which is like by ship, by boat, which takes forever. But Well, fingers crossed that airmail is opening up for the US and other countries and we can start shipping stuff. Like, it has affected so many businesses here. It's insane. We can't even get Yashio factory merch out of the country right now. It's kind of nuts. But anyways, that aside, shipping all your merch and products and stuff, we have everything in boxes in my office. It's kind of insane. There's so many shirts and stuff there, and it's killing me that we can't get it out to you guys, because I want to see you guys repping the Ichigozoku shirts and the stickers and tagging me and all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is, and we're all going through this pandemic together, and I'm sure it's affected everyone. So anyways, that aside, that's all going to be happening. So I'll switch out that wheel probably tomorrow, because I want that wheel switched out before drifting on Wednesday. And the other thing I need to resolve is there's a hole somewhere in my intercooler system, intercooler piping. It has to be after that crash. The way the car's reacting, like, it's just not getting full boost when it should, and the wastegate's not really opening, so it's not getting enough boost pressure for that to open. So there's a few things that can be causing it, but I'm 90% sure it's probably a hole in my intercooler piping. I was just looking over everything, and like, after that crash, it shifted the intercooler so much. Like, you can see here just how bent this all is, and all of this got destroyed in my headlight and stuff because all this just got pushed sideways. Now, one thing I did notice is that this intercooler piping here is now jammed up against the chassis there. Now I've broken it free, but it's hard to see down there, but it looks like it's rubbed through the intercooler piping there. So that's probably what where the boost leak is. Obviously, I'm going to go over things a lot more in detail. We're going to get a boost leak tester on this. I've got one of those. I made one with PVC piping. So I'll load that up and we'll see what we can figure out. But I'm quite confident that that's probably our problem spot area there. And I know things do kind of look messy in this area, but all of that, as I did say previously, was just temporary to get this thing functioning and reliable until we can redo all the intercooler piping. And because I have plans to redo the entire hot side on this car, it's kind of just stayed like that. But anyway, for now, the weather's started to rain. I really wanted to actually give this thing a good wash. But there's no point washing it with rainy season right now in Japan. So I might just go over it before the drift event, but like, look at this stuff, man. There's so much dirt on this thing, man. Can't wait to clean her up. But anyways, like I said, we're going to be just drifting it on the Wednesday, and then after that, it's probably going to go in for repair. We're going to get the bumper and everything fixed, the quarter panel, the front quarter panels or fenders. The hood needs to be repaired again here, and I'm probably going to also just get the whole car fixed up too, like the roof, those dents in the roof from when my hood flew up here, that they look good, like okay, they don't really stand out anywhere near as bad as they used to, but you can still see them there. I can still see them, so we might as well pay for the guy to fix that too and get this thing resprayed around here, because when we took out the, oh, by the way, I put a huge chip in this too. Right there, there's a chip in my fresh brand new windscreen, so I'm going to get them to just take the whole windscreen out again, and we'll spray all in under the seals and get all that done too. You could say I've been really influenced by Oka-chan with keeping my drift cars looking good, and don't get me wrong, he's definitely renowned for having some beat up looking drift cars, but that's only because like it's happened at the event and he keeps driving it till the end of it. He's always got this mandate of kind of like having a really good looking drift car when you rock up to the event, so it's definitely rubbed off on me. It's not a requirement whatsoever when you're part of Team Yashio, but it's just, I'm gonna be the odd one out and everyone's gonna make fun of me if I don't. Plus, your drift car's gotta look good, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I really have come to, not only does your car look good, but it also needs to perform good, and the driver needs to perform good. So all things I want to work on and get this thing looking schmick again. But obviously it's a huge loss to the bank account, so try not to crash this thing too much. It feels so weird being back in Japan vlogging again. For the longest time I've been streaming for the last 2 weeks in this seat with this backdrop playing Call of Duty with you guys, which has been great. It's been a huge learning curve, which ultimately was my downfall with pinching a nerve in my shoulder. Apparently, because of the position that I was in or something, I did something to my shoulder. I don't get it, but I guess I was just bashing F too much on the keyboard. Anyways, that aside, I'm super excited. Like I said, once JP Post opens up again and we're able to ship, I can't wait to get all these orders to you guys. See all these boxes here? Like, there's over 1,000 shirts in there of the new Ichigozoku shirts. There's more boxes stacked up against there. And then in the room next door is just full of boxes of all the flight tags, stickers, and things like that. Pretty much these things here, all of this stuff, waiting to go out. It's driving me insane. I want the space back in the house. I'm sure May does too, because her office is full of it. But yeah, anyways, I'm wrecked. I hope you enjoyed like my first official vlog back in Japan. super nostalgic for me being back, kind of not knowing what to do with myself, but at least tomorrow I know that I need to work on the S15 and sort out what's going on there and get that thing hitting gate again properly so that we can actually have a good drift day. My plan B is to take the Skyline, obviously. Skyline is, it's driftable. I think the tires and the wheels that I have will fit on there okay because I'm running 9s. They should be able to fit under the rear guards. My S15 has bigger wheel fitment than my Skyline, go figure. But anyways, hopefully we'll be okay. I really want to take the S15 over the Skyline for my first day drifting back because that thing just does things to me. And it's kind of the chassis I need to compete in this year, so I need more seat time in it. So anyways, ranting aside, this is already probably going to be a long video. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. I hope you enjoyed. And if you made it this far in the video and got to see me do the ASMR coffee time, let's put coffee time or coffee. Let's just put coffee as a comment in the comment section, and that way I know you watched till the end. And you're the special bunch of people. So anyways, I'm going to enjoy my cold brew, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's vlog. Peace out. Jamata.